Good evening. Welcome to the evening edition of From Day One. Let's go to see somebody not misbehaving in court.
I blonde it out the day of the arrest. That did not happen.
I'm still learning how to.
And this is a case history. That's what that is. It's a case history on this case.
Right.
So it's like a summary. This paper is a summary.
Right.
This is what you would see if you pulled up the record online.
If you could, like you're
right.
supposed to be able to.
All right. Yes, it's a very old file. So what we're looking at there, one of the things is going to be this case summary. What does your case summary show? Or do you even have one?
Hey, everybody. Yes, Odin. I'm learning how to work it, actually. I've gotten a lot better than my first attempt.
I need to get him. So
Oh, I didn't realize there was someone else behind me. So sorry.
I just need to pay a fine.
All right.
Jonathan Holly. I have one that's due next year in February, but I have one that's due tomorrow.
Why don't you stand outside while he's talking
Yeah.
so you don't get
HOLEY, ma'am. Just
Okay.
at her rears.
So we're going to take our first break to address something that Chris did at the beginning and at the end. At the beginning, he's trying to show Tiffany, oh, this is a case summary. That's what this paper is. It's a summary of what happened. No shit. I believe she lives in Indiana. She's not Forrest Gump. She understands. And then at the end, oh, you should take your camera out so we don't get his information. She goes outside. You can still kind of hear it. And if you notice, this gentleman shows up to handle his business with 0 cameras, 0 GoPros, 0 body cams, because he's an adult.
We're going to take her camera out so she doesn't get
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So, let me see if I can take this out. Hello, everybody.
Yes, it says February 22nd.
I'm getting sideways glances and stares. Hey, everybody. So Odin got us gimbals, and I'm still trying to learn how to work mine. As you can see, it works a little bit for me. There's way too many settings on this thing, but they are absolutely amazing. Let's see. No modern fonts back then. Yeah, I need to figure out what fonts they had back then. So hopefully with this awesome contraption that Odin sent us, you guys will be a lot less wobbly, which it works pretty well.
I mean, I'm sitting here looking at potentially fraud cases where a lot of people jail because the police don't know how to write.
If I could help you with that, horses, I definitely would. I'm not tech savvy myself.
They're not saying what happened.
Check if they used. Gotcha. Okay, this thing is a bit wobbly on me again.
Okay, so the Hartford County Attorney General's request for this file, right?
Oh, really? So, Dak, you seen a case that was dropped because of the font that was used. There we go. That one will work. That's a good thing that I need to look into. thank you guys for joining us. I'll get back in there as soon as the other guy's done conducting business. I do not want to share anyone's information. John Denicola, they don't have the mugshots. They don't have the mugshots. They don't have the fingerprints. And we have tried every place that we could think of that might possibly have that information or a copy of those documents, and they don't have them. Doc's all of them. Well, he's a citizen. He just happened to show up whenever we did. Yes, Odin is awesome. Oh, okay, Wes. What the font? I'll have to look at that. DG, he didn't use a bonding company. He didn't even actually post bond. He stayed in there the entire time. File was made after the font was created. Okay. I will definitely look into that. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome whenever it comes to giving me information that I have no clue even exists.
We're going to fast forward because you can clearly hear music in the background, and I'm not trying to get struck my first video back.
Go do some wandering. Excuse me. People do not like the camera at all. I'll bet my quality's blurry. It's probably because my reception's terrible. Anytime I step into one of these buildings, it's always terrible. If I knew how to get to the place where they're playing the music, I would definitely go see if I could put in a request. Yeah, I'll tell them all to like and share Oklahoma. We'll have to look and see what all he gets while he's in here. Hopefully he can get something that's a lot more than what he has. I seriously doubt that's going to happen, but it would be nice. Give my camera a DUI.
Now, this is where things start to go south for Chris, and then Tiff is going to run in like his reinforcements with a camera because they think it's a weapon for some reason. They're going to tell the woman dealing with the other gentleman who didn't bring a camera because he's an adult, hey, you're going to have to stop working with him because he's not allowed to record in the building. Chris is going to throw a hissy fit. Like I said, Tiff's going to come running in, and then shit's going to go even more south after that.
Oh. Hang on.
You've been great. What's wrong with you? Who is that? What's her name?
I don't know.
That woman just told her to stop helping me.
Wait for our car to get.
Yeah, but why did you tell her that?
She needs to walk away.
No, she does not need to walk away. Who are you? Who are you?
Are you a
yes,
boss?
it is my business. What? Who are you?
Oh,
Your
I'm
salary,
saying,
it is my
Karen.
business. Who are you?
I mean, seriously.
Who are you? Identify, ma'am.
She must want to be a Becky or a Karen. Guys, you want to name her Becky or Karen?
Why would that woman? Can I get a copy of those, please? I'll pay for it. Yeah, and don't let them get out of everybody's sight. I want to be able to watch. after that.
Sorry, I was trying to stay out, and then I realized
Don't trust your government.
that this
No.
is why you record everything.
Keep an eye on her. She's going to the copy machine. Make sure nothing happens. None of the
All
time.
right.
So personally, guys, who I don't trust is the people who give themselves made up job titles and go around harassing government employees. That's the people I don't trust.
Definitely a Karen.
They're trying to falsify evidence against me in another case.
All right. Everybody says she's a Karen, so we're gonna go with Karen.
Well, I don't want to make this a mockery, guys. Like this needs to be as utmost professional as possible, and that's what that woman.
If we don't
Just
have
destroyed.
a name to call
Will
her
you
by.
please tell me who that woman was, ma'am?
I'm not gonna give any names, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, but you do identify to the public when they ask, right? In this office.
You're
As a
supposed to.
clerk's
Any
employee.
government employee is supposed to share
Are you
who
Ellen?
they
I don't
are.
have my badge with, no.
No. Do you all identify who you are when you're talking to the public?
That would be no.
Oh, that's a no for that one.
Oh.
Here, let me have that spot back.
All right.
And people wonder why we would do the recordings.
All right, so let's talk about this. 1, Tiffany's laugh right there was creepy as fuck. I think we can all agree on that. 2, rumor around the water cooler is your construction business isn't doing quite well. So in my opinion, you're probably doing all this recording so that you can edit it and put it on YouTube for views. But hey, that's just my opinion.
She was great. She was being great. Like, and I mean, she didn't have any interest for me. I didn't have high expectations. I
Right.
wasn't expecting nothing out of the line. She was doing great. And then that woman walks up and says, "You need to walk away from him. Don't help him anymore."
Oh, look, we got company.
Okay, kids, it's go time. Enjoy.
I'm sorry.
Good, how are you?
Excuse me. Doing very well, thank you.
You got your way there.
How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I've been better. I've been treated better too.
What can we help you with?
Well, it was at the clerk's office that needs to help me with this stuff. I think they're the ones that called you because some woman just came up and told my clerk to not help me anymore with my record, the business I'm here for.
Okay.
That's what just happened. So I told her I want to know who she is.
We would like to know who
And-
she is so we can file a formal complaint.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So the reason why they don't want to help you is because y'all got cameras all over everybody.
Well, that's, hey, look, man, there's one right there.
So we've already been down this road 3 years ago when I started talking about this. There's a difference between security cameras, the eye in the sky that tells the unbiased account of what happened, versus the auditor who's going to have 3 cameras, a GoPro, and a body cam and somehow not be able to catch the entire incident that makes them look bad. You only get a security cam through a FOIA request, and that's a maybe. The auditor, on the other hand, has 6 versions of the same incident that seems to always be extremely edited, missing out all the things that they did wrong. It's weird. You'll see in this video, once we get here in a couple minutes, he did a lot of things that suspiciously weren't talked about or shown in his video. And that's why I say that there's a difference.
And we record all of our business because we have to keep everyone accountable. And that's how we do that, is by recording everything.
Okay.
So,
Sir, I got
All
court.
right, thank you.
what y'all doing with him?
Excuse me.
They're making copies of our documents.
There's no order from a judge saying I can't record.
We're allowed to record our
So what's
business
your
that we're
name? I'm sorry.
conducting.
I'm Chief Deputy Whited.
Nice to meet you,
Sheriff's
sir.
Office.
Nice to meet you.
But if you start making them feel uncomfortable and stuff, I can tell you to leave.
Well, hold on, sir.
A
And
camera
when you
shouldn't
refuse
make
to
it.
leave, I'll arrest you for disorderly
Okay.
conduct.
You already threatened me with arrest?
Oh, no, I'm not threatening you. Trust me.
Well, why did you just say
It's not
that?
a threat.
Let
I don't
me-
make threats.
Let me go. What is it?
You get your
promise?
copies, and then.
No, I don't have, no, I need more than copies. I'm waiting on Ellen. Let them tell you the
Get
truth.
your copies and y'all can go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, yes, y'all.
Oh, no, I won't.
One way or another.
I will not.
We're not
I'm
gonna
not
leave
leaving
until
until I
we're
get my
done
record.
conducting our business,
You
sir.
get your copies
Who are you
whenever
again?
you want. I'm Chief Deputy Whited with the Sheriff's Office.
Deputy, and
And-
you don't
Yes.
know to treat the public
Trust me,
better
I
than
do.
this? What are you doing this for? This is my record. I got court tomorrow.
You get your copies.
You want,
You get your copies.
I don't
and then
just
y'all
need
can leave.
copies. If you knew what was going
You're not
on,
gonna keep these ladies up here.
I'm
and
not
make them
keeping
feel
them up there
unsafe.
doing nothing except for their job.
A camera
you don't
should-
know- do
a
you know
camera-
their
You know their job, yes. This
Do
is
you-
what I'm
what is
sitting
their
for,
job?
from Frankfurt.
What is the job of the circuit court clerk?
To go over these records with me.
It is their job to get you the records you requested, not to go over them with you like a damn kindergarten teacher and explain to you what they are. That's not their job. So once you get your shit, they are done helping you.
Oh, what do you explain them?
To explain them to you?
She handles the
Just-
records. She handles documents. She
that.
makes copies. She does
Look up,
filing.
Show me
check the
that.
open records access for him.
Show me
Or
that.
just tell him the statute. You look it up.
Show me that.
You look it up.
No, you
You tell
show
him the
me.
statute to open
I
records.
didn't
Tell
show
him,
me.
tell him the number.
Show me. You know her job.
Open records,
better
I do
than
believe
do.
it's
Show me.
KRS
I know this is the
96
clerk's
dot
office, and
something.
these are clerk's records.
And
And
it's
this
not-
has
So
questionable,
what
let
is
me
her
talk.
job?
This has questionable stuff.
What is her job?
To
You
tell
still
me what
haven't
this
answered
is
my
about.
question. You all want answers from everybody else, but you don't want to give answers.
What are you talking
What is
about?
the
How
job
is
of
it
circuit
our
court
job
clerk?
to tell you
Because
what
you
their
said-
job is?
You said.
Did you come in
want
here
her
to
do her
escalate the
job.
situation?
Oh, I'm not escalating nothing.
The hell you are.
I won't
You
do
You know
that.
what you
are
ought to
not
do? You ought to
a
go and
good
get
cop.
dismissed. Just
You
get on out of
need to
here.
go away.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's just go
Oh.
to jail then for this
You-
little
What?
conduct.
Dying? Hold up.
Get your hands off of him.
That's my record.
Get your hands off of him.
Why are you shaking so bad?
Get around your back.
Don't you touch me. If you touch me, you're going to be in a pickle.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Do not touch me. I wouldn't laugh. Don't touch me. You just messed
You want to
up.
go
Messed
too?
up.
You
Do I
want to
want
go
to go?
too?
I would not do that if I were you.
All right, guys, so this is where you really need to pay attention because this is where I think Chris took minor charges and escalated them to serious charges.
What are you doing?
Don't fucking get.
Oh, whoa. This is unnecessary.
You want to get tased? You want to get tased? Hey, put your hands behind your back.
Get off of her! My hands are behind my back, you nut job.
Get off of me.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Get my
Or you're going to get
fucking phone.
tased. Stop manhandling that woman. Help! Help!
We need some actual cops.
Help!
Get your hands off of me.
I need my stuff.
Get your hands off of me. Pick those up.
You're being much more kind.
Pick those up.
You're an officer. You're not supposed to let him escalate like this. That's excessive force, and you know it.
So there you see Chris actively jumping into the officer to try to get him away from Tiff. And then you see Tiff actively resisting the officer. And then the greatest thing ever. You know that's excessive force. Where did you see excessive force? I didn't see excessive force. If I was this chief deputy, I would have put Chris on the ground because it's a lot harder to resist when you're laying on the ground handcuffed behind your back. That way I could have arrested Tiffany with no problem. But he just got him out of the room, said, there you go, and then you get to hear him cry, help, help. You actively and passively resisted this officer, possibly assaulted an officer. Chris, you're probably going to have a bad time.
What the fuck? That fucking hurts, son of a
Dude,
bitch.
stop hurting her. Those are my fucking court records on the
That
floor.
hurts. Ah! Get this off my
He
wrist.
has a broken back.
Get this off of my fucking wrist. Dude, I'm telling you, this coat hurts. Get this off.
Let's go. You had nothing to arrest us on.
Get it all in there.
There was nothing to arrest us for.
Disorderly conduct, let's go.
There is no disorderly conduct except for you.
Grab her, lady.
You know this body cam's gonna show it?
No, good.
What's wrong with you, man?
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
The hell, there ain't nothing wrong with you. You're fucking out of control.
You think?
I just needed records. For court. For court.
Well,
You ever go to court?
Shoving me.
You
tomorrow's
will be in court.
Tomorrow's arraignment day, so you can tell it to us tomorrow.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Oh, sorry, that's the.
We weren't being disorderly. You were.
Okay.
You were being disorderly.
Hurts. You need to fix this cuff.
And the way you were handling her for what? What did she do to you? Huh? What was she doing to you for you to use excessive force like that?
Because I told him to not touch me.
He didn't be on camera.
All right, so this next part is going to be the part that I was the most interested in. This is going to be Chris kind of in their booking room. As you know, that's what I did. So it's going to be him making an absolute ass out of himself because he doesn't understand how anything works. I know that doesn't come as a shock to anyone, but yeah, it's just Chris making an ass out of himself for another 10, 15 minutes.
You will, kid. We've gotten many cops fired for doing that.
All righty, well,
And you're next.
good luck.
Don't push me.
You ain't first.
Do not push me.
Shut your mouth. Get in
Stop
there.
pushing me.
Sick and tired of you and calling me
You hit me while I'm a clown. I didn't do nothing.
Screen record this
Put your
so we
hands
don't
down.
delete it.
Stop licking us. Sit down. Fuck you. I ain't sitting nowhere.
Sit down.
Sit down. I'm not sitting. I'm not doing anything wrong. You don't know that. Look at him. You were there.
When it escalates, when they ask you to do something, you just.
That's not how American rights work, ma'am. We weren't breaking any laws. But that's your job. It's to know the law.
I'm not saying, yeah, you're right. I'm not arguing with that.
My eyes are up here. Don't worry about the camera. You know what he just did. You know what he's doing is excessive force. Your job is to protect me from that as a sheriff department employee.
All right, so in the next few minutes, the audio to video might get a little wonky, but we'll just deal with that while we're watching it. At no point did we see the chief deputy show anything resembling or remotely like excessive force. He arrested Chris. He arrested the old Tiff. They both seem to have resisted at first and not put their hands behind their back and tried to fight a little bit. Chris decided he was going to physically run into the officer after he was arrested, trying to, I don't know, get him to not arrest his lady. That's going to be more charges. Sorry to break that to you, sport. You actively put your entire body weight into hitting the officer, tried to get in between them so that she could, I don't know, get away, which doesn't make any sense. Because as he said in damn near every video at this point, she's got a broken back. You'll probably hear it more after this.
You're constitutional law enforcement. Well, you need to respect our constitutional rights. And what he's doing, way out of line, and you know it. Miss Knott, K-N-O-T-T. Miss Knott, if he's hurting her, stop him. Stop him. She's got a broken back.
But if she is resisting,
She's not resisting.
if he is trying to get the purse off of her, and she's not.
I'll fix it.
He's trying to fix it.
He's the one that made a mistake. And pushing us around in that room for just trying to get my records? You kidding me? You didn't have the right to tell us to leave that room. We paid for that room. We paid for that service. All I was trying to do was get my records for court tomorrow.
There you go. You're
But I think you all already knew that.
Yes, you are.
Did you? Did you know that I was here for my records for tomorrow's court? Then how did he mention it?
Tell me I don't. Doesn't my finger, is my finger on
How did he mention my court date tomorrow, raining at 10 a.m.? No, you're not gonna talk about that? Tell me how he knew I had to meet tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Hang on, let me try to get your shirt out.
He knows his information.
Will you ask him? Will you ask him? Sir, how did you know that I had court tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.?
Because you're going to jail for disorderly conduct.
That's not a good, that answer doesn't make sense.
So this chief deputy, we're just going to break this down for a second. This chief deputy isn't saying something crazy that never happens is going to happen in the future. No, he's saying you got arrested today. It's almost 3 o'clock. Our afternoon court started at 1 and wrapped up shortly, maybe at 4 o'clock. That's booking 2 people, getting all their paperwork ready and getting them to court, which probably isn't going to happen. So you're more than likely going to get arraigned in the morning. He's not telling you anything other than the shit that happens normally. If you get arrested around this time, you'll see the judge in the morning. 10 o'clock is still in the morning. So yeah, he's not doing anything crazy. He's not nefariously doing anything. That's just what happens.
How did you know that I had an arraignment tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.?
Since you know so much about the law,
I don't.
you know your Miranda rights, right? You have the right to remain silent. Why don't you practice that right?
Why don't you not worry about me knowing what I'm gonna do in my case? And how did you know, don't get involved, how did you know about my arraignment tomorrow morning
I didn't know
at
about
10
your
a.m.?
arraignment
You
tomorrow
said it
morning.
you said it in the hallway.
I did. You'll have arraignment tomorrow morning on these charges.
On these charges?
Yeah.
That's what you were referencing?
That's-
Cause I have court in Hardin County at 10 a.m.
Well, I have nothing to do with it. Hold still.
You didn't know about it?
I have nothing to do with it.
You sure you didn't know about that?
You know what? I ain't sit here and barter with you.
Oh, that's usually what they say when they did know.
If someone works at a local police department or a city police department, they're not going to have conversations every single day with a random chief deputy of a different county. They don't care. And to say, oh, that's what they say when they do know. No, that's not at all accurate. That's what they say when they genuinely have no idea. We were very close to 3 cities because they were slightly smaller and we were all touching and blah, blah, blah. I had no idea what was going on anywhere, and I was the one who controlled the court paperwork for my city. I didn't, unless there was a super unaliver that was going to court somewhere. then we may know. But other than that, a random guy like this, nobody cares. Nobody's going to share that information.
How the hell would I know what's going on in Hardin County?
Well, because you cops talk to
What
each
you
other
in
about
trouble
stuff.
for in Hardin
Are
County?
you sure that this isn't, what do you think I'm here for?
Hardin County
I'm
for?
trying to figure that out. That's why I'm here. That's what you just attacked me for doing, to try to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. And you just attacked me for asking the clerks.
Have a seat.
I want to know what happened just
Have a
as much
seat.
as anybody else.
Have a seat.
I don't need to sit.
Sit down. It's not a request.
Well, why?
Because I said so.
I don't want
You're
to
under
go.
arrest. You're not free to go.
I don't
So
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
asking you
sit
for it to
down, or
go.
I'm gonna sit you down.
Oh, wow, man, you are excessive force.
Sit down.
You're ready to throw it down on me too, aren't you, while I'm in handcuffs?
Sit down.
Aren't you?
Sit down.
Aren't you? What are you,
Do
what
you
are
have
you doing?
ID on you?
Yeah, so what?
Where's your ID at?
If it's up your ass, you'd know.
Yeah, if it's up your rump, you jump to.
You don't have permission to get my
Stand up.
pocket. You don't have permission to be in my pocket.
I don't need it. Search incident to arrest,
I know how it works.
Mr. Smarty Pants.
But I get to tell you that this is all under arrest because when I prove that you did not have a lawful
Well,
reason to
here's
take
the
me,
thing. Y'all
That
won't
won't
get your
come off.
cameras back until,
that won't come off.
until after your court date's done, because these are being held for evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty? So,
You think that'll matter?
you think,
Nice try.
you think you're the only one we should ever dealt with like this?
Oh, yeah,
Come on.
I think.
Really?
my ass. So you do this to people that just come ask for the records, huh?
I do this to
If they have a
people,
camera?
I do this to people who, show their ass.
You do this to people that are requesting records? Am I right or wrong? If they have a camera?
No, not as long as they, ask the proper way.
What? I was.
Okay.
I was asking the proper way.
Yeah, that's
I can't,
good. Okay,
because you got this strap hanging back here. That was an unlawful detainment. I didn't do anything wrong.
okay,
It won't be disorderly.
okay. You can, explain.
Having a camera in the clerk's office is not disorderly. Do you know what it takes to
Run
get
me this oil
disorderly?
for me, please.
So is it just the go-to if after you've been frauditing for X amount of time, you just develop the Glenn Serio physique?
All right. Yeah. 1760-14-7471.
May I have a drink of water, please?
Give me just a second. I don't have anything up here, buddy, for just a second. I got it up.
Yep. Yeah, you don't care. I'll be 10, 15, one male, one female over here from the clerk's office.
Thank you for that.
I was gonna say,
You
no,
all right?
because the last one we give to
Not
you,
yet,
you
I
asked
will.
before. So, don't you spit it on me either.
Okay, bye.
I can handle more than that. Come on, I'm still thirsty. I will not spit it on you. I will not do that. Thank you, ma'am. We were being completely cordial in there. That woman walked up and said, "Don't tell him anything else." The woman that was helping me was doing great with me. I was trying to figure out what was going on with my case.
But if you've got a case in Hardin County,
It's for fraud. Not me. Somebody frauded me. Somebody used my name
over here,
back in 1998.
okay.
So the court records are what I need to prove that it wasn't me. I was in this jail at that time. If you wanna know what I did, it was a battery. Back when I was 19 years old.
Okay.
You got anger problems too, don't you? I solved mine.
No.
Yeah, you do, buddy. Shit. You're real bad. You're everything we all stand against. You are exactly what people are scared of in law enforcement. 100%.
Am I that bad, Pam?
Yes, you are. And I don't have to be Pam to know that. Because you laid your hands all over me and my girlfriend for nothing.
Ray is not that bad of a guy, but we
Oh, I
know
don't
when
care
he
about how
asks,
he is as a guy. I care about how he is as a cop.
you ask him, when he asks you to do something, that's what he expects.
But that's not how law works, especially if you're a sheriff department employee, because you're supposed to be constitutional law enforcement.
If a chief deputy tells you lawfully to do something and then you don't do that and then get arrested, you can't say, oh, well, by humbug, the dang old chief deputy was in the wrong, and me, Chris, the evil genius of the world, was correct. Chris, you have the IQ of a potato, and that's being very, very disrespectful to a potato.
The rest of them don't have to do that. You want to be a state cop, go be a state cop. You want to be a city cop, go be a city cop. You don't have to abide by the federal constitution as those officers. But when you're a sheriff's department employee, you follow the federal constitution, not the state. You can do the state too, but you have to follow the federal constitution. You are the source for our protection, for our constitutional rights, federal level. And what you just did was violate them on purpose. And you put your hands on us. That's Fourth Amendment. And we have the right to do business in the clerk's office with cameras, as long as we don't go behind any non-publicly accessible areas, which we did not. We were in the lobby where cameras are. I was recording it because I don't have time to wait for the response, because I have to go to court tomorrow, and I was going to present the video as evidence that I was requesting records for my trial. So the judge might give me more time to wait for my responses, which is what I needed to get on recording so that I could show the judge. But you came in there and started manhandling us. Just because we wouldn't leave when you told us to leave for no reason whatsoever. You can't trespass someone who is doing business lawfully.
Now, in Michigan, we have some laws on the books. I want to say it's like 8.115 that says what you can and can't record in the courthouse is going to be one of those situations where he wouldn't be able to do that in Michigan. He's either in Indiana or Kentucky. He goes back and forth. They probably have something on the books that says, yeah, you can't do this and record it. It is what it is. Also, me and Chris have very different definitions of manhandle. The officer grabbed him, hands behind the back, arrested, cuffed him up and put him in the corner. That's not manhandling. Grabbed Tiff. She resisted. He put her hands behind her back, cuffed her. That's not manhandling. That's just legally arresting someone.
Which we were. That's the reason for those laws. What you just violated is the reason those laws exist. Are you following me, man?
I hear you.
Do you all even know what you walked into when you come in that room?
I told you earlier, I'm not going to argue this case with you. I'm not going to talk
Well,
about this case.
there wasn't nothing, nobody was being threatened, nobody was being overly loud, nobody was doing anything wrong. Literally, the only thing we were doing is asking the woman's name, who was on the other side of the walls, because she walked away after telling the clerk to stop helping me for no reason. She said, stop and walk away from him right now. And I said, who are you? Why would you tell her to do that? And that's what y'all came into.
Okay, and
That's it.
that's your side. I don't know the other side.
No, that's what happened. It's on video.
And it could be.
So now, how about this? You all watch the video? You want to watch the video so you can see?
We don't have access to those.
Yeah, you have access if I show you. My
Oh, you're talking
video.
about the ones, your videos. Oh,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought
I'll show you the video. You want to watch it?
Oh, you can't do it right now. You're in we can't get you out of handcuffs right
I
now.
got you through it. You got my phone, don't you?
I have no idea where your phone ended up at.
Well, wouldn't that be making the mistake of an unlawful arrest?
I don't know that we've made.
If you all can see that the probable cause doesn't exist, wouldn't you rather do that than make an unlawful arrest?
I'm sure our chief deputy is not as scared of the arrest that he's making or he wouldn't be making it.
Well, your chief deputy knows what he's doing though. Your chief deputy's a bad cop. He's what you call bad apple.
All right, guys, this is going to be the last break before we finish the video, so there's 2 more minutes left. I just wanted to make this one comment. I don't know why Chris always insists that he's the smartest person in the room, when in reality, when everything's on the table, he's probably one of the dumbest humans in the state.
You can tell that by the way he went hands-on like he did. And man, were you ever shaking, man? You are scary. I can't imagine what you'd be like with a gun. I've been working with cops for a long time, and every one of them would go, that guy is nothing but a danger, and he makes us all look bad. Wait till your videos come out. No, wait, never mind, it just went out. It's already out. Ready for your phones to start ringing? But they don't stop for a while. You should not have done that, sir. You had no reason to do that. And then to handle her the way you did, a female? I can't believe you didn't stop him, Miss Knott. I can't believe you didn't intervene. You should be ashamed of yourself for that. Bad cops are allowed to exist because good cops don't stop it. It's your duty. What makes you think people have to listen to you when you're not lawfully making a command?
All right, guys, that's the video. We've all seen every video, I feel like, where frauditors say, oh, well, that's unlawful. You can't ask me to do that. That's unlawful. And then they get convicted and then they get charged and they're like, oh, it's a conspiracy. Apparently, everything that they do is lawful, even though their records say the exact opposite. So I don't know why he's trying to do this. And then the most piss poor attempt at intimidation. Oh, well, my video's already out. Expect your phones to be ringing. Chris, you aren't insignificant. If you were really this all-powerful human being, your business wouldn't be in the shitter from nothing more than your own actions and putting this shit on YouTube. You wanted to blame everybody else. We all know frauditors enjoy trying to play the victim. This guy puts out content like this. Absolute bullshit content that's nonsensical, which makes him look terrible. Makes him look like a giant pussy in all reality. And then he goes and says, oh, well, these people, I'm just going to talk about the old time he tried to sue me. Oh, all these people caused my business to go under. Dude, I didn't even know who you were when all of these comments were being put on Yelp 3 years ago, or not Yelp or Google reviews 3 years ago when people were talking shitty about your company before you were even doing this. So I don't know how I had any hand in it, but whatever. Also, he didn't manhandle Tiffany. She was resisting and he cuffed her and then, hey, we're going in this direction because you're arrested. He's just trying to be a victim. He's a giant pussy, like I said. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.
Thank you, K-Far. And yeah, dude, you committed many wrongs. You went ahead and bulldozed against a cop, and then you want to play the victim card immediately. I agree with a lot of my fellow individuals who have covered individuals like this guy. Why is it always the second you get arrested, now I've got an injury? Second she gets arrested, oh, her back's bad. Really? Then maybe you want to do something that would cause you to have the possibility of being arrested, having hands put on you, and the like. But no, you do it anyway. But as he says, basically that'll bring us to a close here today on From Day One. We are less than just over 1,000 views left. We are in the final stretch. Let's get those presents from Boxy so we can start giving them away to all of you. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, hit the sponsors, help yourself out, as well as helping the show out. And thank you for watching From Day One. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.